Welcome, future Mustangs. As you can probably see, there's a lot of snow out there, so holding our information night is not going to happen probably this week. However, I wanted to get you some information so that you could get started on the process. My name's Leslie Letterman, and I'm the principal of Sunny Hills. And partnering with me and part of my admin team is Cami Sibilski, our Dean of Students. In our office, we have Karen Danner, Connie McCune, and Kathy Wasson. So those are the ladies who will greet you when you come in. In our health room, we have Kim Rocco and Cindy Lewis. And then also great supporters of ours are the PTA co-presidents, Lisa and Joanna. So we all are looking forward to actually meeting you in person at some point. But for now, we'll get you some information virtually and hopefully get going on this kindergarten registration process. Our PTA is amazing. They are a strong group of parents who come together to benefit your child. Lisa and Joanna, as I mentioned before, are our co-presidents, and they are excited to meet you. They want to help you understand what PTA is and how it is that you can be active and involved in our school. I know that every year we go through some sort of fundraising event, and all of those dollars the PTA then very carefully spends on all of your children. So I encourage you to reach out to them. I know that they will have events set up throughout the year where they want to try to meet with you. They're great people, and they are here to help you understand how our school works, as well as give you opportunities to be involved if you're ready for that. And then, of course, to take care of all of our kids and our teachers by providing some amazing programs like our science enrichment or our art program, or just the great family events that we have throughout the year. So why is it that we're actually holding a kindergarten registration information night? Well, that's so we can get you registered or get your child registered for kindergarten. In the state of Washington, kindergarten is now a full day experience. It is free to all to attend school full day, which is wonderful. In years past, we didn't have that as an option. We had to have a lottery, and only a certain number of families could register for the full day. But now it's free to all. However, some families might feel like having their child at school for just the half-day portion is really what's better for them. And you know your child best. I'm happy to talk it all through with you to help you make that decision if you need it. But know that students who are in our half-day program will come to school just like everybody else. In fact, they can ride the school bus if that's an option for your neighborhood. They'll come and arrive in time to start at 9:15, and then at 12:15 they will come up to the office where they can meet you or whoever you've sent to pick them up, as afternoon transportation is not provided for our half-day students. In our full-day program, we go through learning of academics, learning of social and emotional skills. They get recess, they get lunch, all of the different experiences that you would need to be a great learner. If you participate in the half-day program, you are going to have a solid experience in academics, reading, writing, and math in the morning time, and you will have a short recess with your peers. What you will not get to have access to, however, is PE, music, and library, as those come in the afternoon. Another great part of our afternoon for our full-day students is what we call purposeful play. And that is a time where students are engaged in fun activities with their peers that allow them really to practice those important social skills. How do you share? How do you take turns? How do you help clean up? Also, how do you regulate your emotions if you don't quite get your way, and things like that. So it's a full day of learning for our kinders. Some of it, again, is what you might consider to be more traditional, where we're sitting and we're reading to kids, or they're writing or doing math problems. And then some is this very integrated hands-on experience where they get a chance to just be 5 and learn how to do that well. The program we offer is based on state guidelines. and in alignment with district expectations. It is a rigorous program. There are strong academics in place. And then, of course, we want to balance out our little ones, make sure they're complete whole people who have strong emotional skills, communication skills, and social skills. All of those things are critical, and we know that without those social skills in place, the communication skills and the emotional skills, access to learning is much, much harder. So we do allow our children time to, again, be 5 and learn how to do that in a way that sets them up for a great amount of learning. As our kinders arrive, we are well aware of the fact that they are coming right out of preschool. In fact, some students maybe didn't even get a chance to have a preschool experience. So we know they're little and we know there's a lot to teach them, and we are ready for that. So in September and October, we are transitioning. We are helping them understand how it is that you do school. How do you walk in a line? How do you put your things away? All of those skills that are needed to help them get into that learning posture so that they are ready for the academics that will be presented. And then as we transition through kindergarten, their reading and their writing and their math skills will all continue to develop, as well as those social emotional pieces. And by May and June, they're going to look and feel much more like first graders. We want to get them ready to go so that when they are first graders coming back the following year, they are ready for all of their learning. So what can you expect now? Well, now we need to get the registration piece done. And registering as a kinder is a process that has a few different steps to it. One of the components is online. And that's something you can do right now. So you don't need anything from us to get started. You can find the link on the main Issaquah School District website, or you can also go to the Sunny Hills website and scroll to the bottom of our main page. You'll find a link about kindergarten registration, and that will take you to the Issaquah School District's website. On the ISD's website, there is a video for you to watch if you're learning how to use the online registration process. And if you already know how to do it, maybe you already have a student at Sunny Hills or some other school in our district, you can go ahead and just click through and do your registration process. You will be asked to upload documents and fill out forms. And as I mentioned, that's one piece of this process. The other piece is filling out good old-fashioned paper. So we have hard copies of certain forms that we need to keep on file in that hard copy format. So what we will do is when you come into the office, we have a cover sheet that gets a little bit of information about your child that we have you very quickly fill out, and then we trade you. We will give you all the files you need to fill out hard copy. You can do it in that moment if you've got some free time, or you can take them home, complete them, and then return them to the office as soon as they're done. And then the last part of the process is just verifying that you really are who you are and that you live where you live. So we will be asking to see your driver's license or passport or some other form of, legal ID. And the secretaries will take you through any other documents that you need to provide. Many things are uploaded, and like I said, there are papers that are filled out hard copy. But again, if there's something that needs to be shown in person, we will ask you for it, and once we've verified it, then you will have completed all those steps, and your kinder will be eligible to be placed in a class for the 2019-2020 school year. So what happens after you register? Well, we're asking for all registration papers to be turned in by March 8th, and given the snow, I'm not sure if we'll need to make some adjustments, but somewhere between watching this video or contacting us and the end of March, we are going to hold what is called a kindergarten screener. And so I'll have information about the signups for that on our website, and we'll try to get things out through e-news as well. But a kindergarten screener is really an informal assessment that takes about 15 minutes. It's pretty low key. We're going to ask your child to identify the alphabet letters when they're seen either as uppercase or lowercase. So while you're practicing those things at home, if you have each alphabet letter written as an uppercase or a lowercase, maybe on flashcards, or you can kind of mix it up. That would be a great way to practice. We're also going to be listening for the sound of each letter of the alphabet, and when we ask the child to make that sound, we are showing them the lowercase letter, just so you know. There will be a list of sight words that we're going to ask them to identify. So these are going to be just the common words that a kinder will come across and be able to read. We look at numbers and ask them to identify them as well, generally speaking 1 through 30. And then we're going to ask your little one to start counting. And if they get to 30 and try to keep going, we're going to stop them. But we're just listening to see, do they know how to count the numbers in order? All right, after you get through the screener, then we will look forward to getting to our summer. And during the summer, our PTA has kindergarten playdates set up. You can check out the PTA website for information about that. I know that we are going to have a Google Doc set up where you can enter your information, and we'll know that you're interested in knowing about those dates. Kindergarten playdates are just fun times. We sometimes meet at school, sometimes it's local parks. There's generally a handful of dates in the months of July and August. Siblings are welcome to come, but our hope is that you just have a chance to meet another family and start making a connection with our Sunny Hills community. So be on the lookout for that. They are a lot of fun. E-News is really the main source of information. So if you have not yet signed up to receive E-News from Sunny Hills, you can enroll in E-News by going to the ISD website, and if you search for the E-News link, it'll allow you to sign up. I would encourage you to sign up for Sunny Hills as well as the entire district's E-News. And of course, if you have students going to other schools, you'd want theirs as well. During the month of August, you will get information about a process that we refer to as EVP, and it stands for Enrollment Verification Process. It is going to feel like registration all over again, and really there are very many similar parts, but it's a critical part of our process to make sure that your child really is coming, that we have everything we need, and it's from there that we then gather our names and the numbers of kinders that we have. We determine how many classroom teachers we need, and then we have all our kinders placed in a class. So just be on the lookout for it. If you're feeling like, hey, I've done this before, you're going to be pretty right about that. So just know registration for kinders happens right now, and then it's going to feel like it's happening all over again in August. Another thing that we do in August for any new family, whether they're kindergarten or not, is we offer family tours, and we hold these on a Sunday in hopes that it's a time when most people are not working. Information about the time of that will be coming out via e-news. Our PTA is there. We offer self-guided tours. We also offer some tours that are guided by PTA, and it's just a chance for you to just walk around, see the playground, find a classroom that your child's going to be in, and just sort of get a feel for things. So we really encourage folks to come, and you're going to have a chance to see your classroom again in the early part of the school year during your family connection meetings. And so we advise you to take advantage of all of these, but know that you will have another chance as well to be on campus and figure out where your classroom is in those first few days of school. And again, those are called family connection meetings. We've got on here, trade your family information card for your teacher's name. So that's one final half sheet card that we have you fill out that has critical information such as emergency contacts and your best phone numbers, things like that. So that is also this magical ticket to figure out the name of your teacher. So in August, we will send out dates of when we'll be open and when you can come in, and you'll be fully registered. Everything else will be done, and it's truly, you'll walk in the door, you'll tell us who you are, we're going to hand you this little card, and there'll be a few more phone numbers to fill out and some information, and when you get back to us, we're going to say your child's teacher is, and we're going to reveal the name. So that's a wonderful thing to do because that will happen before family tours, which means that you will actually get to go walk down the hallway and see where your child's class is. So be on the lookout for that as well. And then the family connection meetings I mentioned a little bit before, we will send information out via e-news, and then also by then we'll have all your email addresses. We will send you information about how to sign up. And a family connection meeting is going to be a conference. So it's you, your child, and the classroom teacher coming together in the child's classroom to meet for around a half an hour or so. It's a time for you to share what you know about your child, for your teacher to start to get to know you, and for the beginning of your partnership. And those family connection meetings will take place during the first 3 days of school. So kinders do not come to school all day long the first 3 days, even though our 1st through 5th graders do. Families will have a very specific time to come, have their connection meeting, and then to go. You can see here on this slide that the family connection meeting dates are September 4th through the 6th. And again, these are individual family conferences. There's no actual school for kinders on these days. When you come for the meeting, you'll have a chance to meet your classroom teacher, see where your child's going to be doing his or her learning, and then we are actually going to conduct the kindergarten screener once again. And so what we're looking for is, what did your child know in the spring? What do they now know in September as they're getting ready to start kindergarten? And then how can we use that data point to help us set your child up for success? So that's going to happen. Again, you'll have your family conference, and then we'll do a screener, and then you guys will go home. Your very first day of school as a kindergartner is September 9th. During the month of September and the month of October, your kindergarten teacher is going to be doing a series of activities. They're there to, again, figure out what your child needs, how best they learn, and it's an inventory that really looks at your child's developing skill areas. So social, emotional, physical, cognitive, language, literacy, and mathematics. Okay, that was a lot of information. So you're probably wondering, what on earth did you just say? Well, due March 8th, and you actually, well, given the weather, can try to do it sooner. We are looking for the online registration to be completed. We are hoping to get you a packet so that you can return it. And obviously, if we don't get you that packet because of the weather, and we need to extend the time, we will. We also are hoping to match you up with your ID so that we know you are you. We will get a sign up for the kindergarten screener out, and the screener will happen sometime in the month of March. It takes about 15 minutes. It's basically about letters and sounds and just some number sense, like counting or identifying the names of numbers. And then, just a reminder, in August, via e-news, you'll get a notification that our EVP process, remember that's the enrollment verification process, is going to take place, and we need you to go online, click through everything, and it's going to feel like I'm doing it all again. And well, for many of the pages, they are very similar, and it's going to feel like that. But again, it's a critical part of our process to make sure we truly know how many kindergartners are coming, how many teachers we need, and we want to just get everybody in the right place. So, well, thank you for doing that again in August. Well, it's time for questions, but of course, this is just a recording, so I'm not going to be able to hear you. What I'm hoping to do, though, is to set up a Google Doc that will allow you to type in questions and help me generate a frequently asked questions document for you. Again, my goal is to see you face to face, and we just got to work through this weather, but we will get it figured out. It may be that it's that week we come back from break that we set something up, possibly even that first week in March. So hang in there with me. You're always welcome to email me. My email address can be found on our website, but it's just simply my last name, my first initial, lednermanl@issaquah.wednet.edu. So that would be LEDERMANL, so letterman L, at issaquah.wednet, so it's WED as in David, NET, .edu. So feel free to shoot me an email if you have a question. Give us a call. I hope you're all safe and warm, and we will hopefully see you soon. Thank you.